Okay. If you're around, let's test the chat. If you can make a integration, so the chat should show, but it should show built-in external. Okay, I think that's good. Let's do dual. Oh, nice. That's really big. Oh my god. I need to adjust that. I don't know how to adjust that. I think I'm gonna do on chat. I'm going to shut this overlay off and then use the Twitch overlay to test that out. Sorry, I totally coughed in your face. All right. Now let's test chat, just to make sure that it works. I didn't get your comment about the microphone either, so you might have to mention it again to me. Test. Hello, can you hear me? Testing 1 2 1 2. Testing 1 2. I do see, and I have voice isolation mode on. Oh, what can you not see? Okay. The sun is setting. We totally missed a good sunset. Cool. So this is with voice isolation mode on, and cool. Yeah, this is with voice isolation mode on, and I have to. We'll test it with both. So with it on, and then also with it off, just so that we can see the differences between the two. So right now I am streaming to Kick, Twitch, and YouTube at the same time. I definitely think that I need to be able to probably adjust the font and text size, because this does look a lot bigger than what it was last time. So I'll have to look at that. I have 2 links. One is T-Mobile, and then I forget what the other connection is on the phone. I'll have to check the SIM just to see what the connection is on the phone. So 2 links. Wi-Fi is pulling about 3 meg. Actually, both. Wi-Fi is pulling about 3 meg, and then the network's pulling about 3 meg. So in total, I'm fluctuating between 5 and 6 meg. Dude, it's freaking hot in here. There we go. Okay, yeah. AT&T sounds right. Yeah, I don't think we have resize options in the app. I know we used to, but I don't think we have them. I'll have to check the settings, but I'll do that when I'm not driving, just because. Yeah, if the picture's pixelated, that's exactly what I noticed on Android for some reason. Like, especially if we compare it with the other version, I assume that's where we see the issue. Sorry, I keep coughing. That's going to be a common theme for today because that's just the way that it is. Let's adjust this because I know that you hate this mode, and I like this mode. So I'll make it a little bit bigger for you. Meaning the audio is kind of rattling, or oh, I see, you're saying the image. By the way, the sensor on an Android, not as good as the iPhone when it comes to low light. Because like outside, it's a lot lighter than what it is. And Android doesn't really show it all that great. Should turn that on. All right, I think we'll go to Red Rocks. The sun already set, but we'll go to Red Rocks and see that. So another thing that has not been added yet is focusing. So when you're in dual cam mode, you can see that it's focused on the wrong thing. So we'll clean my windows a little bit and see if that helps. So we need to look at that to be able to tap to focus. I don't know that that's available in dual cam. For sure on iPhone it's not, but I haven't checked on Android. So you see, like in this mode, it's completely out of focus. So if we flip to the normal cam and we flip to the outside, you can see that it focuses on the correct thing there. But as soon as I put it in dual cam mode, it's gonna go out of focus again. So we'll go dual, picture in picture, and then we'll probably see it go a little bit out of focus here shortly. But I guess that could be a temporary workaround, is if it's out of focus, go to the normal view and then go back to this view, just to see if that works. Yeah, I noticed that too. But I also repositioned the camera and I cleaned my windows some more. So I'm sure that's helping. So briefly, what I'm going to try to do, let's see if anyone's watching on other platforms. Oh yeah, there is. Okay. Interesting. No one's chatting though, I don't think. Oh, that's weird. Yeah, that's why I think like if you have like a little bit more granular controls over tap to focus, I think it would be a little bit more helpful. I'm gonna switch the chat overlay here real quick, and we're gonna throw kick up just to see if anyone is oh no. So I think this could be a problem. So you see this is the kick chat overlay, and in order for me to accept it, I obviously have to, or actually, can I do it right away? Let's see. No, I have to be able to interact with it, and I don't think we have the ability to interact with that. So we'll need to look at those settings and see if we can fix those. And then we'll use YouTube overlay, which we don't have anybody, and we won't have anybody watching. So I'll go back to Twitch overlay. And we're back on Twitch overlay. So yeah, the kick says that you have to accept cookies, which could be normally fine, except you can't interact currently with the chat. You can only preview output, so you're just kind of stuck. So for future tickets, we'll need to look at that and potentially address it. Boo. All right. So far, how's the image quality? Is it holding out? I don't know if chat. There you go. Cool. It's good. Man, I wish I would have left earlier so you guys could see like how cool the sunset was, because it was a good sunset today. Oh, see, now it's out of focus again. So now let's flip. Oops. Let's shut off dual. Let it get focus. And then turn it back on. Yeah, there's usually not traffic here. In the next freeway over, there's traffic. But here, there's usually not traffic. Plus, everyone's like home normally around this time. We don't get a whole lot of traffic going up this side of the mountain. But that way, yes, because that way is going to like Aspen, Breckenridge, and all those fancy places. This is just like 10 minutes from my house, so it's pretty close. Yeah, tap to focus does not currently work. So it doesn't work in single cam mode, and it doesn't work in dual cam mode either. So that's something that needs to be looked at. So right now I got a network unstable adjusting quality notification. So this is when we can't tell if something goes to a backup clip or not, or we lose service totally. So I'm curious if we're still connected. I assume we are, but you never know. Cool. So that's one thing, I guess that's a question that I had, because I know Gang and Team implemented the dynamic delay. So when the signal, but like what I'm curious, what I had asked the team about is the logic behind the dynamic delay. If you know, you don't have to post here, but I'm curious how that works. So if the signal, or like what the threshold is before it adjusts the delay and it goes to 6 seconds. I'm curious what that is, because I don't know. These are where all the fancy people live. The other thing I don't like about Android is I don't like the color render on Android. It does not look good. I don't know if that's something you can adjust in the camera settings. I gotta look at that. But like my skin tone looks dead right now. Either that or I'm this pale. I don't know. Maybe I'm both. Have any of you guys been to Red Rocks? Yeah. Well, that's because there's still more light. But yeah, I'm surprised at how poor this camera does with lower light. Which, by the way, this is a really bad place to go because there's like no light. And I also don't know. I don't know if there's a concert going on tonight, so we might not be able to get into Red Rocks, but we'll find out. The last time I think I did this, I was on one link. No, I wasn't. I was on 2 links. So for here, the signal is pretty decent. So I don't anticipate us losing any signal. So we should be good. So I know I adjusted, so it has that voice isolation setting turned on. So what I'll do is I'll shut it off now. So I'm shutting off voice isolation. Okay. Voice isolation is now shut off. So I'm curious if you can hear a difference, because if you can't hear a difference, I'm wondering if you can dynamically enable and disable it. Because I think Gang had to restart his encode process in order for it to catch. By the way, I went too far down. I could have completely turned earlier, but oh well. So this is without voice isolation. So if you can hear it, let me know, and let me know how it sounds. Because if it sounds good, then that's a good thing. So it might have switched off of. Oh no, it's still on the external. Oh wow, that's interesting. Okay. So let me do this. So without it, it's worse. Let me go to built-in. So now I'm switched to the built-in microphone. I don't know where I'm going. No outlet. Oh yeah, yeah. Okay, I remember where I'm at. Couldn't remember where I'm at. All right, we'll switch back to the external. So we're back on the external, and then yeah. So this is without voice isolation, and then turning. All right, and then this is with voice isolation enabled. So now we have voice isolation enabled. So that's interesting because on iPhone, without it, it's not bad at all. It's pretty decent. So I think we could test that just to see. So this is with the voice isolation enabled. Testing 1, 2. Hello, hello. No, is this shut down? No. Here we go. We're on a tour. Just not as good with voice isolation. Okay. No, you mean with it turned off. Now it's currently on. So voice isolation is on. Oh, the other thing too, I forgot about, is on iPhone it does, look at how bad the video is though, of me. That's really bad, right? Check this out, I came prepared this time. So I bought a light. And what we could do, let's see if this works. Turn this on. Bam. Boom, huh? Actually, this isn't that great. Let me throw some diffusion on it. See how it is. By the way, we should actually start losing our signal here around this corner. From what I remember, is the signal ends up cutting out a little bit. It's not bad, but it cuts out a little bit. Yeah, at night it's a little bit spooky. But yeah, red light's also better because it doesn't hurt your eyes when you're driving, and it doesn't screw up. It doesn't screw you up when you're driving either. So this is my spooky look. All right, now that's a little bit diffused, so that should be a little bit better. Let's see, bounce that. It's kind of a little bit better. I should probably mount it on this side though, so then it would be even better. Maybe I'll do that later. Maybe we can do it together. Yeah, it's there's not really a people here outside of concerts. So when there's concerts, there's quite a bit of people that end up showing up. But I also don't know how late this place is open and whether or not you can just explore. I've never been here at night before, so we'll have to see. People say that Denver is dangerous, but it's not. There's like no, it's like the least dangerous place I've ever lived in ever. There's not a whole lot of danger that happens. So I think this is where it cut out last time, I want to say. Maybe not. No. I think up here more. Up here more? Should we go up here? Yeah, I forget where everything is here. I think this is just a parking area. I don't think it goes anywhere, so we'll have to see. We'll have to see. So I think what we'll do is we'll get up, we'll walk around a little bit, if this is the right place, and then I'll shut off one of the links for testing, and then we'll turn it back on, drive around a little bit more, and then call it a day if we think we have enough stuff. Oh, dude. Yeah, it is over here. Yeah, there's like nobody here. I expected there to be way more people, but maybe they all left because the sun already set. Yeah, there's like multiple like layers of parking. So we're like making our way up to hopefully park in the amphitheater. But I've never been up this side. I've been up a different... Okay, yeah, I think... What happened? Did it cut to the reconnected? So now it says I'm live again and we've reconnected. So I didn't do anything. The network said that it was adjusting the quality. So I assume it went to the backup clip, played it, and then it should be back now because it told me that it's back. Is that what happened? Cool, perfect. Yeah. So what's nice is it does a great job so the notifications that we have, it does a really great job at telling us when we're back live. But one thing I was telling Gang is it doesn't do a good job at like the network connectivity that lost unless both of the networks drop right away, then it kind of buffers. So we probably lose the signal again here coming back up this hill than if I lost it the first time. Let's see if it takes, and then it should go to the backup clip. And we'll see. Go up here more. Yeah. It says network unstable, adjusting quality still. Are we back? Yeah, now we should be back live again. I just got the notification that says reconnected, back live. Yeah, the latency between when the backup clip starts is almost instant. So it does a really, really great job at switching. So they did a good job with the switching logic, which it wasn't like that not too long ago. So it's pretty good now. Should we go upstairs? I don't want to go upstairs because then I'm going to be all huffy and puffy. And there's really nothing to see up there. Okay. I think I know where we are now. So we should be able to figure out our spot. Yeah. So yeah, it says network unstable, adjusting quality. I get your comment, which is interesting. Now it says that I'm back live. So it says, so we should be back live and you guys should be hearing me. So yeah, this is the spot where it loses the signal and we should be good the rest of the way up here. So that's the thing. It's like almost perfect. And I'm wondering if there's a way that we can improve that. Because when we come back from being live, I'm wondering if there's like a network threshold that we can read. And if it, now it says network unstable again. So we could maybe be on the backup clip soon. Hey, look at this. Because I'm on T-Mobile. I've got full... is if Gang can monitor like my cell strength to see if this is okay. It's on the backup. Now I'm back live. So this is what was happening. My signal's good. So I've got yeah. So I'm wondering if you guys can check like via the PID to see if there's something that we can see. But so this issue is specifically on Android. So right now, one of my connections, I have fluctuating between 7 meg, 5 meg. The other connection is like at 3 meg, but we're still losing connectivity. So I'm wondering why that's happening. So we might need to check that out, especially like from a log standpoint. If it says that we've got a good signal, I'm wondering if there's ways that we can improve that. Okay, so here's kind of the cool part that we'll check out here. Oh, I can see the signal going in and out. So that's the other thing too, like we'll need to get clarification on is whether or not, like if we start at 2-second delay and then when we're adjusting the quality, does it go to 6 seconds then? I do like the red light though. I got to adjust the lighting, but the red light's not bad, right? Oh yeah. So I should be back. So here's what's weird is that, like I said, the connection is not bad. So my signal strength is good, but I'm still kind of fluctuating and going between the backup clip and not. So this is exactly what happened to the guy that was testing. When he was testing, he was running into the same exact issue. And I don't know why that was an issue. How do I do this? I forgot how to, there we go. It's like, man, did I forget how to do this? Here we go. Cool. All right, we're gonna turn this light off, I think. And like I said, currently I have 2 connections. One is 4 meg. The other one is fluctuating between 1.5 meg and 2 megs. So it's pretty good, but it's still kind of jacked up. All right. Just getting my stuff so we don't get our stuff stolen, because they won't beat you up, but they'll definitely break into your car and steal all your stuff. Which is fun. All right, I'm still bonding. I think what we'll do is we'll walk around and then we'll go to one connection and we'll see how that looks. Beep. The other thing too on Android, and I talked to the team about this, on Android you can't control your camera yet. So if we zoom in, it still doesn't work. So I think that's still a feature that needs to get built out. But here's, I don't know if you can see this. Here's like the little view, little airplane. The stairs are over here. That's where we're walking to. So, and that's where we should see people because they park up here and then they just walk down here via the stairs. Man, the low lighting does not do well here. So right now we're pulling about 3 meg on each connection. So the first connection we're doing 3 meg, and then the secondary connection we're doing 3 meg. Yeah, it's not great, but the other thing too, I guess now that we're thinking about it, because I know Anywhere has it, but exposure controls. But I like the fact that you have like the double tap feature. So I'm wondering if we can think of maybe a different way to do and provide exposure controls. Again, nothing that we need to have on launch, but just something that we need to figure out if there's like an easier way to do exposure controls without like screwing stuff up. I'm wondering if like we just have presets that they can press between, and then if they want to like modify or adjust, they can do that. So yeah, I think this is closed because normally at night they have lighting and this is all lit up, like the stairs and stuff. Usually there's like lighting that goes above here and then lighting that goes along here. Yes, sir, Red Rocks. You're missing out, dude. We've got people playing and doing some fan stuff over there. And then you can see the city, the cityscape if you zoom in over there. But again, you don't have zoom control. So we can't do that. Yeah, you know it. All right, we'll switch to one cam. No, you can't zoom yet on Android. Zooming is only available on on iOS. I did put in a ticket, I think over the weekend or actually yesterday or the day before, to try to get that added back. But yeah, I assume they shut off all these lights so normally like at night, all these trees are lit up on the side, these steps are all lit up on the side, and you can kind of see everything, which is kind of cool. Switch to rear cam. So yeah, the flip works, but this field of view is also wider, which is kind of good. Yeah, dude, people normally come like in the morning and that's all they do is just freaking hang out with each other. But in the morning they can watch the sunset. So the sun usually rises over here on the right. But yeah, there's usually people here all the time. And like in the morning they like exercise and do stuff like that. I like the field of view on this phone. It's a lot wider. The other thing, gang, if you're listening, the other thing that I was thinking of is on the Pro Max models of iPhone, being able to use the wide angle. Yeah, I don't know, that guy might have been. Being able to use the wide angle of the front facing camera. So there's 2 modes on the front facing camera. One is just the normal mode that it's on right now. This is Android, obviously. But then there's also a wider angle view that you can use. And I'm wondering if we can tap into that. Versus like the 1X, because the 1X kind of sucks. Especially, okay, if you're doing stuff. It just says network adjusting quality, and I still have 4 meg on one connection. So I should be back live now. But here's what's weird, is I lost the connection and I have 4 meg on one and 3 meg on the other, and it never went below that. So that's weird. So there's like some weird encode stability issues but this is specific to Android, because one of like I said, the signal is like really stable, like connection wise, at least on the display, and then it loses the signal still. So I have no idea why that happens. And like, if you look at the ticket that I wrote up, I think it was yesterday with Cliff, who does, I think he has an S23 Ultra. So he has a different phone, but his backup clip kept like initializing like every like 5 seconds. Like it would just cut out, go to his backup clip, come back, cut out. And we're seeing similar behavior, but not as bad as what was on his. All right, is there anywhere else you guys want to go to check out before we bounce? Flip the camera up. But yes, you cannot control the cameras on Android right now. So if we zoom, nothing happens. Boo. Nothing? I can see on my phone. I need one of those little lights. I should just mount it to my phone. Yeah, exposure control for sure. I think we need it. But like, we only have so much screen real estate. I don't know, like, we need to think through like how we can do that and potentially simplify. Because it's nice when you need it, but also it doesn't improve the picture quality when it's this dark that great, unless you have like a top light, which I could put a top light on this little mount that I have. So maybe we do that. I don't know. That's good. Yeah, voice crystal clear. And again, this is with the voice isolation setting on. So we'll shut it off. Now it's off. Testing 1, 2. We'll see how good this is. Hello, hello, hello. Does it still sound pretty clear, or is it a little more muddy? Muddy. Look at that. What's going on over here? Just kidding. But yeah, dang, I wish we got here at sunset so you guys can see a lot cooler stuff. Yeah, I think if there's not a whole lot of sound that we're competing with, it's probably good. I just turned voice isolation back on. But the issue obviously is when you have multiple competing sounds. It looks like somebody threw up right here. It's gross. Dun, dun, dun. All right. Ugh. Well, how are we feeling? All right, it should switch my audio from my... Oh, actually, no, it's not going to. Forgot this is Android. And I'm not connected to my car. Here we go. Turn this on. Dun, dun, dun. All right. You think so? I think we got to figure out, we got to look into the signal strength and when we're losing signal, because in the app, it shows the wrong information. I'm going to mute myself so I can cough a lot. Tell me if the mute worked. Okay. I think my cough attack is done. Yeah. I talked to Miko, and he had mentioned that we should be able to have some sort of dashboard um, by by launch by next week. But hopefully in the next couple of days we'll have something we all can start testing. Sorry. I'm gonna a chime or something if you go to a low signal slate. That's a good question. So I don't know. I don't know. I assume if notifications in the Apple SDK have that, we can do that. One of the things that Gang and team are investigating is using TTS and being able to bring in audio that plays. But that's actually a really good idea, that if we have some sort of chime when there's low signal in addition to the notification, especially like if the signal's lost, yeah, or vibrate, I think that would be cool. For sure, I think a chime is the way to go. Like both, maybe, right? Is figuring out if we can vibrate and chime. But like, if the signal, I think the key thing that we need to figure out, and we need to try to nail down a little bit better, is when the signal is lost completely, being able to notify them. Because currently we can't differentiate between low signal, which we can notify, but then we don't know if we're on the backup clip and it just switched, it doesn't notify us, but it does do a good job notifying when we're back live. But I think it would be good. It would be cool if we can figure out like a good balance between the two. So yeah. Oh, let me do this. We're still bonding on T-Mobile, which is good. But I should lose my signal twice here around this corner. So you'll see it go to the backup clip here shortly. And then I think too, I am gonna test. Yeah, a single link. So I'm wondering if I'm on the backup clip now. So currently, if you guys can still hear me, I've got 4 meg. Yeah, see, there we go. Now we're back. So we should be back. So I had 4 meg when it cut out. It looks like I had 4 meg on one connection and 2 meg on the other connection. So there's something weird going on there that we definitely need to look at. And again, that is a lot more prevalent on Android than it is on iOS. So specifically on Android, we have that issue. Testing. Clip again? I don't know. I could be. Maybe I am, maybe I'm not. I don't know. Hello, hello? Can you hear me? Yeah, it still says network unstable, so hopefully you can hear me and it's just messing up. All right, now I should be back on our clip. So the other thing, when it goes to the backup clip, do you guys see, like, does it resume where it left off, or does it start at the beginning? It should resume, which I know Gang and team tested that, and it did do that behavior. But I'm curious if it picked up where it left off when it cut out again, or if it started over. Oh, really? So we'll lose it again here around this corner. So I'll go back that way. It should probably lose the signal again. Hello, hello. Testing 1 2 1 2. Let's see. I'll tell you when it comes back, and then or at least when it comes back visually for me, and then you tell me how long of a window it was, because I still get your guys' messages. So right now I don't have the message that the clip is back yet. Okay, perfect. Yeah, that's good if it resumes, because that's what we want. But like right now, when we came back, I don't know if we ever lost connection. Maybe we didn't. So I think maybe it's fine if we didn't lose connection. Wait, did I go up here? Do you want me driving on one link, or should I get out and walk around again on one link? What do you guys think? Trading post. What should we do? Hello, hello. See, I'm still on 4 meg on one, 2 meg on the other. Am I back, or am I on the backup clip? Okay, we'll drive with one link. All right, so I am going to shut off this connection. We're going to shut off the MiFi. Oh, dang, that was gone for a long time then. Was that gone for a long time or no? So I didn't get a notification at all there, which kind of sucks. So I'm wondering, maybe there just wasn't any cell service to do that. So now I'm on one link and I've got about 6 meg and I don't have the other link. So that's what I show. Okay, cool. So yeah, we're just on one link, and maybe we'll be more stable. I don't know. C470. Yes, I think we'll go to the 70. I think there's like a place that I can probably stop up here too. So if we need to do that. So again, I'm on one link right now. And we're pulling about 6 meg from the connection that we're currently on. Yeah, it does a good job with the switch now. Ever since the update, I think last week, at the beginning of the week, or the week before, it might have been 2 weeks ago, when they did the update. But ever since they did that update, it's the picture, the switch to the backup clip has been super fast, and it's been like great, because it's exactly what I think we would want. Oh, here's where we'll have issues probably. Let me go to picture-in-picture mode. Sorry, I forgot. I didn't realize that I wasn't doing that right now. And see if the encode still looks the way that it should. So again, we're on one connection, still doing about 5 to 6 meg. So we're getting good bandwidth. I'm curious now, if I was on one connection, if I would just as like a test. So we got a network unstable, adjusting quality. So let's see how, if we lost this connection. So yeah, you just said we lost the connection for 3 seconds. Okay, so we're back, and I didn't get the notification that we were back. So at least on Android, and now I got the network unstable, adjusting quality again. So we'll see if it goes out or if it stays this time. But one thing that we'll also need to look at is when we come back, now I don't see a notification that says you're back live or something like that. And that's what's super, super helpful. Okay, cool. It stayed. That's good. Yeah, that's the thing. I'm wondering if we figure out a way to adjust that. But again, nothing we have to do now, because like those notifications are like way better than what we had before, which was nothing. So I really liked those notifications and what we have. You know where I got this idea to use the red light? So cops used red light in the interior of their cop cars. And I remember like going on ride-alongs like way back in the day, and it like doesn't hurt your eyes, and you can easily have a red light and drive at the same time. But I think I am going to move it to like here. Because that's like way better. This is like cinematic, bruh. Like way more better. But for now, it's going to be up here. Oh, actually, can I? I can do that. That's not too bad. Bad boys, bad boys. Yes, sir. Here we go. Oh, I actually like that position a little bit better. I don't like the position of the light. It looks better in this corner based off of like where I'm looking, but it's not too bad. So again, this is still one connection. You are correct. I have had a few encounters with law enforcement, which has been fun. This is like a really small like town that gets super packed on the weekends, but it's pretty cool. It's not bad at all. Little nice, cool little town with a rooftop bar. But also people end up like darting out of nowhere. So it's fun. So that's cool. Not bad with one link, which is pretty good. Driving. Yeah, I mean, what day is today? Tuesday? Yeah. It'll start getting busy like on Thursday and on, or whatever. Okay, which direction are we gonna go? The signal will get crappier if I go left. So I think we're gonna go left. So yeah, one link on this connection is not too bad, huh? Going? Can I enter the freeway over here? Guess we'll find out, huh? No, I can't. I just can go straight. We don't have any guests today. Oh, I'm gonna try that overlay again, and then just to see the text. So the overlay that I'm testing is the overlay that gives us the ability to do multiple connection, or not multiple, whatchamacallit. Ooh. Pull off over here. And we'll test that. So we're gonna shut off this chat overlay for a second. And then I'm going to enable the multi-overlay. And I'm wondering if I can... So now we're using Kick, web interaction, order one, preview. So yeah, I can't do that. Okay. So now if you try to comment, I should be able to see your messages. I want to check to see. Let's see. Hello? Any comments? If you're on Kick, I doubt anyone is on YouTube, but it looked like people were watching on Kick a little bit. Or if you're using Twitch, Mr. Trevor, let's see, or Matt, if you're still watching, let's see if I can see that comment. Hello, hello, hello. Maybe it's not working right now. Let's try to restart it. Yeah, it didn't look like it loaded. So I need to look at that and figure that one out. Because that one's cool. So there's an integration called Bottrix. And basically, if you're doing multiple overlays at once, it can bring them in. So if you have like Twitch, YouTube, Kick, which is what I have right now, you can bring them all in and they have like little icons per platform, which is nice. So we've got Twitch back on with us. So are we back? Do we have chat overlay? Hello, hello, hello. There we go. Nice. Okay. So we're still on one link. I think we'll drive for a little while longer, and then I think we'll call it a day. Is there any other tests? Because there's like a little hill up here that I can probably pull out and like walk around if we need to on one link. But up to you. Let me check Slack here too to see if gang wants to test anything else. So a few things that need to be looked at. Obviously, like the backup clip, like failing over multiple times. Because again, I can guarantee that if we were on iPhone, it would not have failed as much as it did. So we'll need to look at that, because what was displayed for me looked clean. So 4 meg, 2 meg, that's what we were averaging when we were cutting out, and it was going to the backup clip. Even on that little hill part that we went to, I thought our signal would at least like go down, but it wasn't. It was still about the same, like 2 meg, between 2 meg and then on one connection and 4 meg on the other connection. So that's what we'll need to look at to figure out. Check in our Slack attack just to make sure there's nothing that gang wants to test. So no, toolkit is, oh, actually, no. Yeah, toolkit is okay to be on the starter plan. Is it okay to be on the starter plan? I forget what we talked about, gang. But I think, yes, it's okay. Toolkit destination is okay, but OBS, aka SRT, was not. We wanted that on the Pro plan. I think that's what we wanted to do. I think. So I think starter plan was fine with Toolkit, and OBS, no? I don't know. Trevor, do you remember that conversation? But I think that's what it was. Obviously, I won't like vocalize any details, but I'm pretty sure that's what that was. I could be wrong. I don't think I am, but I could be. Dun, dun, dun. Okay. So with one of the things that I'm curious about is with the PID of the app, are you able to check the connection from Command Center? Or because it goes through Media Hub, you have to use only Media Hub? I forget, because it looked like yesterday gang was monitoring his stream on his Command Center. So I'm curious if we have the PID, if we can monitor them in Command Center. I assume the answer is yes, but I don't know. Driving. So the area that we're driving now, once we get on this next freeway, we'll probably have some signal issues. Maybe. But maybe we won't. Actually, no, I don't think we will, based off of where we're going. So I think we should be fine. Okay. Yeah, for some reason, I thought he was monitoring on his command center, so I wasn't sure how he was doing that. If he's going through Media Hub, I was confused. The other streamers that's been testing the app, he's the one who used bot tricks, and I was like, oh, what is that? And then you can bring all of them. So now it says reconnected, you are back live. So that stays up for about 5 or 6 seconds. I'm curious if like at what point I started talking and you can hear that. So basically, as soon as I talked and I said, hey, we're on the backup clip, I'm curious if, I don't know if it showed that or not. Yeah, I like the threshold that it's at right now because the switch is very quick. So I do like that. What I'd like to figure out though is if there's any way that we can improve like the notifications of the backup clip. So when it goes to the backup clip, like, you know, figure out the notification process. Okay. We have Tom Brown in chat? Oh wait, no, we have a bot. Lame. I thought that was Tom in the chat. But nope, we got a bot. I'm surprised how good it's doing with one link. But again, I mean, it's holding steady at like 5 or 6 meg. That's not bad. Yeah, I think I'll. One of the things, gang, if you're still listening, one of the things that I'll do is I'll try to. The only problem is I need to put down my kids usually every night. So one thing that I'll probably do is if there's stuff that we need to test and deploy the rest of the week, I can just build in that we can do these on these updates to just make sure that we're in a good position, at least for Android. iPhone, I'm not as concerned about. I think we're pretty good there, but Android we definitely need to look at. Like tap to focus, I think is one if we can implement, and on both. So on iPhone that doesn't exist, and on Android that doesn't exist. So tap to focus, tap, hold, lock focus, and then on Android it's controlling the zoom, controlling all the cameras. It's something that we'll need to look at and make sure that we can actually do. So that's another thing that we need to figure out. But I don't know, Trevor, how do you feel? We haven't really lost our connection a ton. I will say, like, I guess one of the things that I should have done was done a side-by-side, iPhone and Android. But that's also kind of harder to do unless we're going to, like, individual platforms just to see the differences between the two. Obviously, that's not going to be a good comparison, but I can guarantee you the backup clip will go more on Android when the signal strength is strong versus iPhone. I don't think we'll find that in iPhone. That hasn't been my experience at all. So yeah, much better. So yesterday they had like a H.264 picture profile or encode profile, and it just wasn't good. It like the image was very pixelated. It was also like very like it had a lot of artifacting, but they switched it back last night to H.264, which is like a million times better. Or excuse me, HEVC, H.265, which is a million times better. Yeah, I'm surprised at the single link, but I do remember the single link performing good for me here. On my iPhone, what's interesting is I have AT&T on both. So on my iPhone, at least, it's like a 16 Pro Max. It doesn't do as good with a single link. A dual link is much better. But on Android, it seems to be performing like just fine, which is nice. All right, what do you guys think? Should we call it? Or is there any other tests that we should do? Hello, hello. Okay. All right. We'll see if it's gonna let me stop the stream. Yeah, we definitely need more camera control. To launch, we for sure need to be able to control the zoom. I'm curious with the Huawei cameras too, because I know that there's a Huawei camera that a lot of creators use that have 4 or 5 camera lenses. I forget the exact model, but Gang may have been testing on it yesterday. But like being able to get access to all those cameras, I think would be good, but not a blocker. I think if we can at least get compatibility on the Samsung, this is what we're using, and at least in the US, this is the phone that almost all the creators use. And then I think over time, we can get them to transition back to iPhone just because it's a much better encode experience on iPhone. Matt, I haven't read your comment yet because I'm exiting, but I will read it here shortly when I hit the stop sign or hit the stoplight. Nice. Thanks, man. Appreciate it. All right, I'm going to stop the stream. And when I stop it, let's see if it goes to the backup clip, because the guy that was doing this before, it did end up going to the backup clip and it just got stuck when he tried to do this on Android. The other thing that I'll mention is we're still locked in on the Android at 30 frames a second. So gang, if you're still around, I'm curious if we have access to 60p and to be able to use that, because we don't currently. So on Android specifically, we don't have 60p. So that's something that I think we need to check and enable. That's one thing that I forgot, but something that we